Hello and welcome to another 5-minute drawing lesson. This week we're going to draw the Volkswagen Beetle, which was suggested by somebody on YouTube. So a couple of tips for you, because this is a little bit tricky, it's got lots of curves. So to do those curves you might find it easier to move your whole arm. So when you come to do wheels, wheel arches, it's easier than if you do these kind of sketchy lines. You end up with a bit of a hairy line if you do that. Same with the straight lines, you move your whole arm, you get nice straight lines. You can always turn your page to make it easier to do it in the direction that you find easiest. So let's get started. First thing we'll do is a front wheel over on the left here. And we'll use this wheel as our unit of measurement. So the next wheel needs to be 1, 2 and a bit wheels further back. So draw another one there. And now we need the base of the car, which is just a bit lower than the centres of the wheels. There we are, just a couple of lines there. Now the first tricky part is the wheel arches. And if you divide these wheels into quarters, so this is a half wheel, there's a quarter of a wheel, quarter above, that's where the top of the wheel arch will be. And we'll do a quarter in front as well, that's where it will start. And it's slightly bigger than a quarter at the back. So that's where we're going to need a line from here through that and to there. And it's up to you whether you try and do it carefully and slowly and rotate the page, or whether you just try and go for it and do it all in one sweep. So mine's slightly wibbly. You get a cleaner line if you can do it all in one go, but you're more likely to get a mistake like I did. But it'll be right. Same at the back, quarter of a wheel above, a bit less than a quarter of a wheel in front, and about half a wheel out the back, so half the wheel out to the back. So I'll try and do the back one in the other style, just so you can see. So I'm going to turn the page, maybe a dotted line, you could just to give you a guide as to where it's going to go. And you can firm that up. See, I prefer the simple line, but that's probably more accurate. So the next thing is to do a line going from the tops of each arch to joining them, but not a straight one. It's got a slight curve. So again, just use that sweep of your arm. And then your front of the door can be, it's just a vertical line at the back of this wheel arch. And the other edge of the door, if you divide this space between the wheel arches into 3, it's on the second, it's sort of 2/3 of the way along. See, that's, and that can actually go a bit higher because that's going to be the join between the front and the back window. From there we've got a slight sloping windscreen, and we need our bonnet as well, which is almost as high as the wheel arch was, just a bit, the same thing again. And that just follows the curve round, comes up to meet the screen. And then the roof, well, the top edge of the windows now will be quite curved in that space there. We can finish off the window shapes with the little rounded corners. And the back window is nearly as big as the front one. Just going to turn this around so I can get this curve a bit better. Like that. And then the roof, it's got quite a curved roof, so it's quite high up. Another arc that follows the roof, the windows. And then when it gets to about this point here, you need to carry it down to the back of the wheel arch. Like that. And that hopefully now starts to look like a Beetle. So we can start to refine it a bit at this point. So we've got the wheel arches. As they come over the wheel, they then run to that point. And then here we've got a slight curve on there, and a slight curve there, and that one runs to there. We can add the ground in, just a straight line there, and show the wheels on the far side. And at this point you can darken the underside with a shadow. It will help make the car feel a bit more solid. The shadow on the ground as well. And now we've got all the small details. So we've got a little moon-shaped vent there, door handle there, maybe these little mudguard covers, some lights, and this little number plate light on the back there. You might see just the edge of the back screen in there. Headlights and some bumpers which are just above the centres of the wheels there. And I think we're almost there. We'll just show a bit of depth inside the cabin there so we can see the underside of the roof, the pillars on the far side. There'll be a wing mirror, steering wheel, maybe some hinges, a few scuffs just because it makes it more interesting, and a little divider in the window. And there we have something that hopefully looks a bit like a Beetle. Hope you enjoyed that. If you did, leave a note in the comments and subscribe to all that stuff. That'd be great. And I'll see you for another one soon.